In this video, I will describe the derivation of quantum gravity. If you are not familiar with this logical postulate for a proton or do not accept it, then don't. But please accept that at some point particles are thought to be vibrations of a field. Vibrations, or a better description, would be oscillations. Either way, time dilation will have the same effect. We must ask why is this commonly known property of matter not explored for the relativistic effect on this property. In quantum mechanics, there is one field that makes itself readily known. That field is the electromagnetic field. We can explain every interaction and all the emergent properties of physics using just the electromagnetic field. The other 8 fields are fabrications of quantum mechanics. Mass shapes space and time because mass utilizes space and time to maintain its oscillations. Here we see light as a traveling wave on space and time. The formula E is h nu provides an energy mass equivalence for light. Mass is a standing wave in space and time. The radius of a proton provides a glaring clue to its frequency of oscillation. Circumference of a proton is 0.84075 femtometers times 2 pi. The wavelength of a proton, as per this model, is 0.84075 femtometers times pi. The frequency of the proton is the speed of light divided by the wavelength. In this example, a more accurate oscillating frequency of the proton is calculated using the very accurately measured proton mass. F proton equals 1.134365905158 times 10 to the 23 hertz. These are the only constants and properties we require to calculate quantum gravity. The speed of light, Planck's constant, the gravitational constant, the mass of the Earth, the radius of the Earth, the frequency of oscillation of a proton, and the mass of the proton. Let's look at the obvious. Mass shapes space and time. Often explained using the formidable Einstein equation for space curvature. The analogy often used is the bowling ball on a bed, which is using gravity to explain gravity in 2 dimensions. Try to imagine this type of curvature in 3 dimensions. The only way to explain this type of curvature in 3 dimensions is to understand that space and time curvature is caused by the flow of space and time into a mass. Why would space and time flow into a mass? The answer is that mass utilizes space and time to maintain itself. If space and time can be shaped, then you must consider space and time is something. If you follow me, you will realize that space and time is not just something, it is everything. Capture velocity is a well-known property in the gravitational field. It's equal to the escape velocity. It equates to a mass being drawn in to a gravitational field from a relatively great distance from the mass. Capture velocity at Earth's surface is 11,180 meters per second. This is the speed reached at the Earth's surface if drawn from deep space, ignoring the effects of the atmosphere. The Einstein field equation for space-time curvature is not ignored here. Embedded in the Schwarzschild solution is the formula for gravitational time dilation. Here we can show that gravitational time dilation is exactly equal to time dilation due to gamma factor derived using the capture velocity at Earth's surface. The evidence is overwhelming that gravity is caused by the flow of space and time into a massive object. Gravitational time dilation is effectively caused by the exact same thing as relativistic time dilation, velocity through space and time. Here we are deriving what we know. We're ignoring factors like air resistance and the fact that the Earth is rotating. The proton will fall 4.9 meters after 1 second in Earth's gravitational field if we accept that acceleration due to gravity at Earth's surface is 9.8 meters per second per second. Acceleration due to gravity is gravitational constant times the mass of the Earth divided by r squared. 9.8 meters per second is close enough for this proof of concept. Here we have already calculated high-resolution gamma factors at Earth's surface and Earth's surface plus 4.8 meters, which is the distance a proton would fall if dropped in Earth's gravitational field at Earth's surface. Acceleration due to gravity is accepted as 9.8 meters per second for the purpose of this derivation. Which proton do we use? For the purpose of this calculation, we will use an earthbound proton with an earthbound mass, as it is considered that the relativistic effects of Earth's speed with respect to the cosmic microwave background and Earth gravity will have negligible effects. Proton 2 use gamma correction to calculate a stationary proton with respect to the CMB and taken out of Earth's gravitational field in conjunction with a gamma corrected mass. In these calculations, the proton frequency calculated from the known mass of the proton is used due to greater accuracy over the measured proton radius. The calculation of delta frequency of a proton dropped after 1 second on Earth's surface. Gamma 1 is at Earth's surface after a 1 second fall. Gamma 2 is Earth's radius plus 4.4 meters, equating to the point of release. The frequency of the proton times gamma 1 and the frequency of the proton times gamma 2 are calculated here in this slide. Here we have the results of the calculation of delta frequency of the proton, which is frequency of the proton times gamma 1 minus frequency of the proton times gamma 2, which is 60,598,116 Hertz. Effective inertial energy comparison. Simply put, here we show that E is equal to half mv squared is equal to E is equal to 2h delta F. That is, the effective kinetic energy after a 1 second freefall at Earth's surface is equal to the change in kinetic energy with regard to frequency after a 1 second freefall at Earth's surface. The results are E is equal to 8.031 times 10 to the 26 minus 26 joules for E is equal to half mv squared. And for E is equal to 2h delta F, the result is E is equal to 8.031 pretty much times 10 to the minus 26 joules. The comparison equates. Conclusion. E is equal to half mv squared is equal to 2h delta F. From here we can calculate a formula that describes the emergence of gravity using frequency. Derivation of formula for quantum gravity. E is equal to energy in joules. H is equal to Planck's constant. F is equal to frequency of oscillation of a proton in the gravitational field. Delta F is a change in the frequency of oscillation after 1 second in a gravitational field. M is equal to the mass of a proton in that gravitational field. V is the velocity after 1 second fall in that gravitational field. E is equal to mc squared is equal to 2hf is the formula postulated in the second slide and shown to accurately calculate the energy stored in a proton's oscillation in my post properties of a proton, which dispels the myth that is the Higgs boson. The formula mc squared is equal to 2hf is also shown to accurately predict the radius of a proton as shown in my post the proton radius riddle. Start with E is equal to 2h delta F is equal to half mv squared, the formula concluded in the previous slide. Therefore, V squared is equal to 2hf over half m. Multiply the numerator and denominator by 2 and we get V squared is equal to 4h delta F on m. Substitute for m is equal to 2hf over c squared. Therefore, V squared is equal to 4h delta F over 2hf on c squared. Therefore, V squared is equal to 4h delta F on 1 times c squared on 2hf. Therefore, V squared is equal to 2 delta f c squared on f. V is equal to the square root of 2 delta f c squared on f. Acceleration is v over t. After 1 second, a is equal to v. A is equal to the square root of 2 delta fc on f. And there's your formula for quantum gravity. Proof of the formula derived in the previous slide. Delta F is equal to 60,598,116 Hertz. Frequency of the proton, 1.134.365.905.158 times 10 to the 23 Hertz. C, 2.99792.458 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. Acceleration is equal to the square root of 2 delta F c squared on F, square root of 2 times 60,598,116 Hertz times 2.99792.458 times 10 to the 8th meters per second squared over 1.134.365.905.158 times 10 to the 23 Hertz is equal to 9.799 meters per second. And that's it. Not a hard lesson. That's the formula for quantum gravity.